Alright guys, so welcome back to another brand new video. I hope you guys are all doing well. Of course, today I want to give you guys an update on what is happening with Bitcoin and of course the entire crypto market right now. So we did see a slight drop for Bitcoin and of course other altcoins, right? So you guys clearly see a couple of days ago, right, we actually saw Bitcoin above $27,000. Okay, it was up there, right, around 27,500. But of course, a couple of hours ago, we actually saw Bitcoin dropping, and not just Bitcoin, but a fair few altcoins also dropping as well for the past 24 hours. You guys clearly see that, just a slight drop, nothing too crazy. And the reason why, guys, we saw Bitcoin and pretty much the entire market dropping is because of this, pretty much, right? So the Federal Reserve pauses rate hikes as inflation slows down, right? So it seems like for this month, they are in fact pausing the rate hikes, and that is pretty much why Bitcoin is in fact slightly having this drop back down at $26,000, okay, 26,500. And that's why we are in fact seeing a fair few altcoins for the past 24 hours slightly dropping as well, right? So you guys clearly see because of this, the Fin Greed Index is now in fear mode. We saw pretty much a couple of hours ago, okay, this was in fact in neutral, right? So it was in neutral, now it's back in fear. So it's understandable, okay? People are in fact, feeling a bit more spooked out by this, okay, by the slight drop, what's happening in the market right now. But I'm telling you right now, okay, we should be very, very patient with Bitcoin right now, okay? And of course, the crypto market. I know it may seem boring right now, okay, with prices not really moving and whatnot, but I'm telling you right now, okay, for today's video, I want to show you guys a fair few charts showing you guys that we should be very, very patient with Bitcoin, especially, right? We should be very, very patient. I know for the past, few weeks, even for the past few months, we haven't really seen much movement for Bitcoin, right? At all. Bitcoin is still below $30,000. I know a couple of months ago, we actually saw Bitcoin above 30K, around, $31,000, almost hitting 32K, but we didn't quite hit that 32K price yet, but we will very, very soon. I know that for a fact. But right now, I know that, guys, that Bitcoin may seem boring right now, but I'm telling you guys right now, this is, once in a lifetime opportunity to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can below $30,000. Because I'm telling you guys right now, in the next few months, we will potentially see Bitcoin pump like crazy. So talking about that, let's get into these Bitcoin charts. So right now, Bitcoin, okay, Bitcoin breaks out of this resistance, will shoot straight to a new year all-time high. And I told you guys, I really do see, and I still think this is very, very possible for Bitcoin, for us to see at least a 50K Bitcoin sometime this year in 2023. So maybe towards the end of this year in 2023, we could potentially see a 50K Bitcoin. And I'm still sticking with that. Okay, I really am. And also says here that October seems a good bet for that to happen. So maybe, okay, and I talked about this a fair few times, and I'm gonna talk more about it later in this video. But yes, October. Okay, we know October is a great month for Bitcoin. It seems like Bitcoin does perform pretty well for the month of October, and we know that's gonna happen very, very soon. September is in fact about to end, and we're gonna, hit, the new month, which is gonna be October. So I'm really excited for that. And we all should be very, very excited for that as well. So it seems like, in the next few weeks, we're going to see Bitcoin potentially pump back up to that 30K level and higher. So right now is the perfect time to buy as much Bitcoin as you possibly can, right? So yes, here's another chart showing you guys that we could potentially see Bitcoin reach up to $48,000. And like I said earlier, I think that's very, very possible, right? In the next few months, I do in fact see Bitcoin reaching at least 50K or even over 50K. So this is what the chart would look like for Bitcoin, okay, for it to pump back up. And I'm telling you guys right now, just like this chart is showing, if Bitcoin does in fact break this resistance line, then yes, it's going to continue to create, a higher high, right? Create another pump up to the upside, right? Another leg up pretty much. So be excited for that, because I think that is very, very possible right now. Okay, and yes, exciting times ahead. We know right now we are in fact in the pre-halving uptrend right now. Okay, and we know the halving is in fact about to happen, right? In this chart, clearly shows you guys that every single time throughout Bitcoin history, every single time the halving event happens, okay, the halving happens for Bitcoin, that is where Bitcoin tends to pump the most. And that's when the real bull run happens for Bitcoin. The bull run hasn't even happened just yet, right? Right now, we are in fact seeing Bitcoin slowly recovering up to the upside, right? Because we know throughout 2022, okay, we were in fact, in a bear market and Bitcoin was dropping a lot and hit a bottom of 15K. Right now, clearly, we are in fact, like I said, in the pre-halving uptrend, and Bitcoin is slowly recovering up to the upside. And we know the halving is about to happen. It's going to happen, April next year in 2024. Okay, so April 2024 should be a very, very exciting time for all of Bitcoin holders out there, right? Very exciting time. Because of course that means a bull run is in fact about to happen. I've told you guys this many times. Even in my most previous video, I told you guys, I do in fact see Bitcoin reaching at least 100K sometime maybe in 2024, and I still think that's very, very possible. So that's that. So be excited for that, guys. Right? So yes, the next cycle, right? The next bull cycle, the next bull market is going to happen, of course, in the year 2025. So the peak, okay, could be around $150,000 to even 200K or even over 200K, right? This is the thing, guys. No one actually really knows, of course, where Bitcoin's new all-time high is going to be in the next bull market, right? Where it's going to be, its new peak, right? We know Bitcoin's going to easily be well above 100K. Okay, that's why not many people talking about, Bitcoin reaching $100,000 because it's going to go way higher than that. So 150K to 200K to maybe even over 200K is very, very possible for Bitcoin to reach, the new peak in the next bull market, which is going to be the year 2025. So be excited for that, guys. Okay, and that is obviously the perfect time to pretty much take your profits. And I told you guys, right, if you want to take your profits, if you need that money, then go ahead and take your profits, right? But if you don't need that money, then simply just hodl, right? That's just my personal opinion, because we know Bitcoin is a great long-term investment. Okay, we know it has store of value. It's a great long-term investment asset to hold. Okay, so that's that. So yes, when in doubt, zoom out. Okay, and that is very, very true. Bitcoin right now may seem boring. A lot of people may think, Bitcoin is dead, it's going to $0. But when you really zoom out, guys, okay, this is not even the entire Bitcoin chart. This is just showing from 2015 to where we are now in 2023. But if you really zoom out, understand, if you guys look at the chart, it's like Bitcoin is clearly forming a curve. It's always, creating a new all-time high every single time, guys. Okay, every single time it's always reaching a new all-time high. It's like a volatile uptrend, because we know how volatile Bitcoin is short term, but long term, it's always shooting up. Okay, please understand that, guys. So when in doubt, zoom out. Okay, just zoom out and understand that Bitcoin, understand where it is right now, because it's still holding strong, in my opinion, way better than these other assets, in my opinion, right? Bitcoin is still up there, holding very, very strong. It may not seem like it, but it really is, guys, right? So understand, Bitcoin is still holding very, very well. So yes, like I said many times, the year 2025, guys, and for all the people out there that think we're going to see Bitcoin go back down to its previous bottom of $15,000, right? Who remembers, we saw Bitcoin around $15,000 back in November. Okay, so for all the people out there, think again, right? We're not going to see Bitcoin drop below 20K ever again. That's just my personal opinion. It may happen, but very unlikely to happen, right? For us to see Bitcoin drop back down below $20,000. I really do believe it's all up from here. Yes, we might see, Bitcoin have more pullbacks, maybe back down to like 25 to maybe even 24. We will see, right, for right now. But I really do believe we're going to see one last drop, and then we're going to see Bitcoin having another leg up to 30K, and of course, potentially reaching a new all-time high during, where we are right now in this cycle. So I do in fact see Bitcoin going up to 30K to $40,000 to $50,000, right? I really do see that happening, and it's going to continue to go up, just like what it's been doing for the past few months throughout this year in 2023. It's going to create another leg up, if you guys know what I mean, right? So potentially that's going to be around $35,000 to $40,000. I think that is very, very possible. But understand, long term, in the next few years, upcoming few years, 2025, we're going to see Bitcoin potentially reach at least 200K, and I think that is very, very possible for Bitcoin, right? So that's that. Be excited, guys. Now, I haven't talked about Ethereum a fair bit, right? And I really want to talk more about Ethereum. So, potentially I will make more videos talking more about Ethereum. It's been actually quite some time. It's been like over a month since I talked about Ethereum. Okay, but understand, guys, if you guys actually look at this chart, it seems like Ethereum is going to, repeat its history, right? So you guys clearly see back in 2019, okay, we did in fact have a drop. Obviously, we hit a bottom, and then it slowly pumped back up, and then it obviously dropped once again, and then of course we had the COVID crash, and then of course, we saw Ethereum absolutely pumping to a new all-time high, right? Of course, in 2021, and then of course it hit a bottom again. Okay, and this is where we are right now. So it seems like history is repeating itself for Ethereum. And I told you guys as many times that I really do see at least a 10K Ethereum, right? If you guys haven't seen my most previous videos of me talking about Ethereum, I made a fair few videos a couple of weeks ago, like over a month ago, talking about Ethereum. So if you guys haven't seen those videos, you should definitely check it out. But I told you guys, I do in fact see at least a 10K Ethereum in the next bull market. Even behind that, potentially, right? The year 2025 is going to be an amazing year for Ethereum. Okay, I know that for a fact. And a lot of people are in fact talking about, Ethereum flipping Bitcoin. So potentially we could see the flipping happen, which means we could potentially see Ethereum #1 and Bitcoin #2, which is absolutely insane because we know Bitcoin has been #1 throughout throughout crypto history, right? So who knows if that will in fact happen. I'm sort of like 50-50 on it, but it seems very, very bullish with Ethereum. You guys know that, right? When I'm investing into crypto, my main focus is just Bitcoin and Ethereum. Very, very simple. I'm a simple person. Okay, obviously I invest into other altcoins, not much. Like my main focus and my investments mainly go towards Bitcoin and Ethereum when I'm investing into crypto, right? Because I know where two of these assets are in fact heading long term, right? I told you guys many times when I'm personally investing into cryptocurrency, I'm here for long term. I'm not here for short term, right? I'm not here to make a quick buck. I am here to simply build long-term wealth, right? So that's that. But Ethereum, I know for a fact it's going to perform very, very well in the year 2024 and of course the year 2025. And I do in fact see a 10K ETH in the next bull market. And we could potentially see Ethereum reach at least 15K. Call me crazy, but I think that is very, very possible for Ethereum, right? So that's that. Now, to end off this video, of course, the Bitcoin monthly returns. I told you guys this month for September, usually, September, we don't really see Bitcoin perform too great. Okay, and so far, surprisingly, Bitcoin is up 2.7%, right? 2.69%. You guys clearly see that, right? So it's slightly up, and we're not seeing Bitcoin drop a lot for this month, surprisingly, because usually you guys clearly see for 6 years straight from 2022 to 2017, for the month of September, Bitcoin actually, does not perform too great. You guys clearly see in 2019, it dropped over 13%, which is absolutely insane. Okay, just for that month. So usually, yeah, September is usually not a great month, but so far this month in 2023, it's holding actually pretty well, right? And so far we are in fact up, over 2%, almost 3%. So we will see if this month for Bitcoin, if this month will end off in the greens. Okay, we will see. Time will tell. It's almost, the end of this month is September. And like I said, right, earlier in this video, October is about to hit. We know October, that is the month for Bitcoin because Bitcoin does perform very, very well for the month of October. So October should be a very, very exciting month for Bitcoin. And not just Bitcoin, but also crypto. So I think next month we're going to see a lot of pumps. That's just my personal opinion, right? So we will see, guys. But guys, that is pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give a thumbs up and of course subscribe to the channel if you guys have not yet already. That is always appreciated. And I'll catch you guys all in my next video. Have a good one, guys.